Hi everyone, it's me Riano again, and in this video I will talk about how MGMT5050 with Dr. Lin has changed myself to be a better person. Across these 10 weeks, I have learned a lot on how to improve my personal skills from reading the weekly articles, writing blog posts, and doing the case study. I also learned about how to make a better and faster decision as well as how to negotiate properly. All of the subjects that I have learned so far are very important for my learning, to be skillful in managing myself and interacting with the others in the right manner. At the start of the course, I have to write a letter to self as one of my first assignment. And on that letter, I wrote about how I have a hard time communicating my ideas with the others as I'm an introvert person. Before this course, whenever I have a question or anything that I want to share with the class, I feel so shy that I end up saying nothing. This reminds me of one of the articles called Emotional Intelligence. And from the reading, I learned a lot on how to be self-aware of my own emotional state and what the others might feel. I realized that when you're able to implement self-awareness, you could get through all of the problems and lead the others to get things done. To understand clearly on emotional intelligence, I learned that we need to be aware of our own weaknesses and strengths. And according to Peter F. Drucker in his article called Managing Oneself, the only way to discover your strength is through feedback analysis. And thankfully, I got my feedback from the blog post and case study assignment. Through the feedback, I know what I have done right and what I have done wrong. And from the feedback, I analyze them and finally find my strengths and weaknesses. Since I'm not brave enough to speak up, I always thought that being in silence is always a better decision. In week 5, SDW, I learned about giving voice to value and how important it is to be able to state my own opinion when something is ethically wrong happens around me. This made me realize that I need to be brave and try to speak up more to avoid unnecessary problems and difficulties in the future. After I read Giving Voice to Value slides, I tried to implement it right away as I speak more during the workshop and be brave enough to start the conversation with the others. It was challenging at first as I feel not really comfortable to speak up, but as the time goes by, I already got used to it and speak more naturally. I also learned from this course that when you're able to implement giving voice to value, it will get easier when you're facing ethical dilemmas, where you have problems that you have to need to solve it correctly while considering multiple perspectives and different outcomes. This is a hard thing to do, especially when you're not brave enough or and hasn't reached emotional intelligence yet. From all of the subjects that I have learned so far, I realized that I need to start creating habits that are beneficial for me, that could help me to face all the challenges that from the last reading article about Virtue Framework, which is basically discuss about how Google have to face the ethical challenges when they try to implement the AI. I realized that it can be implemented to myself as well. Creating ethical guidelines could help me to behave and understand what I need to do and be better professionally and ethically. For lastly, I want to thank Lynn, Beth, and all of the teaching staff as well as my classmates for this opportunity to help myself to achieve a successful professional life as this course have prepared me with the necessary skills that are useful for my career. This course helped me to create a new perspective on how to see the others and view the world. And thank you for watching.